No matter our technical savvy, everyone is communicating digitally to some extent or another. Whether it's email, putting a post on social media, or texting, engaging with others digitally is a common part of life these days. A lot of audiences can be found in the digital world, so having a strategic approach to communicating digitally is a necessity of any communication plan. To begin building a holistic digital strategy, it's important to start by broadening your horizons of what digital is. A lot of the time we think of social media as the extent of what encompasses digital communication. But as we'll discover, there's a full suite of tactics that comprise digital communication. A cohesive strategy begins with an understanding of who your audience is and what you need them to do. For example, say you want to mobilize a community to speak up on a policy shift, and you've identified that policymakers are particularly keen to hear from mothers between the ages of 18 and 35 about how their policy affects them. Your strategy could involve several digital and non-digital tactics. For instance, you could create targeted social media ads because we know this audience is on certain social platforms. At the same time, we can run a press conference to reach certain reporters who can help amplify your message across news. Additionally, we're going to make sure there are updates on your website with specific actions your audience can take. Then we might have a video that explains critical background information. This example illustrates how an integrated, intentional, and genuine approach to digital can amplify your message and effectively reach your audience. This example also highlights a useful feature of digital: micro-targeting your audience and intensifying your outreach to the specific people you want to reach. Digital advocacy is the use of online strategies to connect with, inform, and mobilize a group to create real-world change. Digital advocacy can engage your community and bring them into your organization, inform people about the support and resources you offer, drive supporters to take action on an issue, build your base of supporters and bring awareness to your focus area, persuade and inform to help change behavior. Before you dive into creating your digital strategy, it's critical to ask the right questions about your audience. Where does your audience spend time online? Choosing to spend money on Instagram ads over Facebook ads because you know your audience spends more time on Instagram is a strategic way of investing money in your communication effort. What motivates them? Maybe your audience is not actually interested in mobilizing in person. Maybe they are eager to have their voices heard by signing petitions. How are they accessing digital content? Do they spend more time on their computers because they're working mothers? Are they likely to only see information through videos? Once you determine who you're reaching and how, crafting your online voice is the next step. Remember, you need to build engagement genuinely over time to sustain interest in your message. Your online voice is what makes your organization stand out as a trusted source. You can begin crafting your voice by simplifying complicated topics for new viewers or explaining how it relates to them. You can incorporate images to help viewers connect with your content. With misinformation becoming increasingly prevalent online, especially on social media, you will need to build up your social media presence as a key way to show you are a reliable, credible source. Only share or retweet credible, verified information from accounts you partner with or trust. Uplift real people like partners, members of your community, supporters, and your team to put a face to the information and resources you share. It's important to meet your audiences where they are and give them multiple levels of engagement that suit their interests and align with your project. The ladder of engagement is a key tool to understand how your audience might engage. The bottom of the ladder is the low barrier actions that your audience can take. Liking a post or viewing more information. As you deepen your relationship with your audience, you move up the ladder. Actions including signing up for a newsletter, sharing a post, or creating content of their own and tagging you. The third tier of engagement is high barrier actions, like donating, attending an event, or convening. These are things that take physical or monetary effort. It's always important to start with low barrier actions with new audiences. Maybe you ask them to follow you on social media. Once they're there and engaged, you can ask them to sign up for your newsletter. Signing up for a newsletter shows a higher degree of intent. They share their personal email with your organization. Once you've sent a few informational emails, then engaging them with high barrier actions like attending an event may be more successful than starting there on social media. Like any strategic communication plan, there are many digital tactics, and each can be used to leverage your audience in different ways. Social media is a key part of a digital strategy, In terms of value, you can cast a wide net. Knowing what types of audiences engage on various social media platforms can help streamline your reach. For example, if you want to reach an older audience, a TikTok account is not likely to draw attention for the audience you're trying to engage. It's also important to maintain engagement with your audiences and stakeholders on social media. If people ask questions, respond in a timely manner, or share content that partners post can help cross-promote your audiences. Emails are a great way to drive donations and can be targeted so that previous donors are given an opportunity to re-engage with your organization. Newsletters can provide consistent and constant communication with your audiences. SMS can quickly target your audience, but can be costly and should be used sparingly. Your website serves as the first touch point that many supporters, donors, and press will have with your organization. Toolkits are a helpful way for trusted messengers to share campaign assets with coalition members, partners, state chapters, and other stakeholders. Online and hybrid events are a key way to bring your community together, especially through the pandemic. Paid media is a way to promote your campaigns, gain new supporters, or drive your community at large to action. Digital communication is a part of everyday life and can be a powerful way to engage your audience. There are many ways to engage audiences digitally, so being thoughtful and strategic can lead to an integrated, intentional, and genuine approach that can amplify your message. Don't forget to build in ways to measure success. There is always room to grow, whether you have 50 followers or 50,000.